joined right now by one parent, Lizette Rosenblatt, a mother whose daughter was thankfully able to escape from the school unharmed. Lizette, first of all,
today, something we never thought we'd experience.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to episode 46 of the Verdict Podcast. I'm your host, Splash Jordan. Joined with me today, the lovely
Noinek.
I got a lot going on coming up this weekend, so
What you got?
well, I'll be a featured speaker at the ATL Pod Connection, or a Pod Connection ATL. So,
oh yeah, I remember you saying something about that.
right.
Fancy.
So yeah, I'll be down there during A3C Festival. So hopefully something can happen. I don't know. I hope to come back here next week with some good news.
With some good shit.
So that's the plan. So I'll be down there. I got to drive down there Friday night. Go straight to a mixer. My panel will be Saturday morning, and then
Now, aren't you up for?
well, yeah, that's the Queen City Awards. So
Okay.
the nomination period has ended.
Okay.
So they're tallying those nominations up.
Okay. So I'm just speaking it into existence.
Right.
then. Yeah.
Couple of days I should be nominated.
Gotcha.
Formally nominated
Gotcha.
for the award, and then a voting period between this small number of people
Right.
occurs. So
Gotcha. So this is a total different shindig.
Right. I'll be out here working.
Okay.
I'll be out here working.
I see you. Pop your collar.
Right. I'll be out here, making moves. Be on the lookout for that. There's some Astro World tickets coming out soon. I don't remember. I think it's coming here in November. It's plenty of time. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start that contest this week. So you'll see Travis Scott appear on my Instagram timeline. And then that's, to let you know, go ahead and start submitting your videos, 1 minute or less, telling people why they should listen to The Verdict, where they can listen, how they can listen, your favorite episode, any of that stuff, You get 10 entries into a drawing style contest. For every time you mention The Verdict in the video, you get one additional entry. And then on one particular day, whatever, when the contest is over, we'll have a drawing, and somebody's going to get 2 free tickets to go see Travis Scott. I think Ray Sherman's coming with somebody who other people are coming, but you guys can get in there for free courtesy of the Verdict Podcast.
Isn't Little Baby supposed to be here this week?
Yeah, I saw that Little Baby was coming. Callie Uchis is coming.
It's been booming. When's J. Cole supposed to come back?
He's coming back in April.
Gotcha.
Supposedly, Dreamville Festival has been rescheduled to April 9th or 19th. They'll be here, and I expect to see more surprises because now you've got more time.
Yep.
Who knows who will be dropping, their album at that time.
Right.
So the people who he had announced already will want to still come because they'll want to continue their hot streak with a bang. But there'll be some new people around then who are like, no, I want to be here too because I got something going.
Right.
So I expect to see more people
on the list,
when it does come back. And if not, I'll be a little disappointed, but I'm going to still go.
Right. Of course, it's J. Cole.
Right. I saw some people who there was a mix up with the money. They got like their money back or whatever, but then when the announcement came out that they were rescheduling, they could only go and purchase whatever tickets were left. Now the tickets are like fucking $500.
Yeah, I had a friend that was supposed to go, and he was pissed about it because they were refunding it, but you weren't getting it at the same price as what it was when you repurchased it. So I was like, yeah, that kind of sucks.
Right. Yeah, you get your
money back. But when you pre-buy the ticket, you're probably not going to get the same price. Plus, a lot of people, we use Groupon and things like that nowadays to get discount prices. Like, he's going to get his coin.
Right.
Every single one.
Right. So I opted to not, for the refund. So
if you opted not for the refund, did they just hold that seat or what happened?
Right. So the ticket that I purchased, I'm getting that back, just with a different date on it. Now, but the problem is that some people, everybody got an email notification saying, hey, it's over. We're going to give you your money back. You don't got to do nothing. You're going to get the money back in 21 days or less. Just, boom, boom, boom. So some people got the money back, you know what I'm saying, from the not doing anything.
Right.
Got their money back. And then J. Cole was like, we got another day. So, that
was a marketing tactic.
Right. So
a smooth one at that.
Right. So it's like, okay, we got them back. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? But the people
Right.
who already got their refund is like, okay, well, I'm trying to get the ticket at the price. Niggas like, nah,
No,
we're not doing
I mean,
that.
of course not. You're gonna have to come in for what it is now, and now it's gonna be
Stupid.
hotter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's
Hotter.
gonna take so
Right.
much more for you to even get close
Right.
to him. You could be
Right.
looking at them damn jumbotrons the entire damn time.
Right, exactly. So that should be super lit. I can't wait. Coming off of last week, there was like the Bill Cosby sentencing.
Yes.
He was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
Who knows if he'll do that much time? He was found guilty of whatever. He took a plea deal
Right.
and pled guilty to some things. He admitted to buying drugs to give to women, but he maintained.
Let's just be honest. So that shit happens literally
Right.
every day.
It's no different than buying alcohol.
Right. And then
With
you
the
know,
purpose, like we're gonna get drunk.
Of
and,
course.
you know what I'm saying?
She
Like,
gonna get loopy. She gonna
right,
get loose, and
right,
we gonna do what we do,
right.
and she might remember tomorrow morning.
Right.
Right. But I mean, at the same time, like I think I saw something earlier today on Instagram where they were saying like he, did it in the wrong era because all these girls like drugs and old men.
Old men. Because I remember you said you had mixed feelings about the whole Bill Cosby thing. And I said, my feelings aren't mixed.
Mm-hmm.
They're whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
enter, the other guy, Brett Kavanaugh. And, I just assumed that this would be a very similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's round up all the monsters
Right.
and throw them, throw them under the jail.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm, acclimating, and I've realized, especially when it comes to social media, like I don't have a lot of people say that I'm a troll, which I don't know. I just have a different opinion.
Right.
I just have a different opinion. And and I like to hear what other people think.
Of course, you want to hear somebody else's opinion because it may be something that's right. You might learn something, or you get a chance to tell your damn opinion if you choose to, of course.
And I learn a lot from other people, from hearing, and I learn a lot about what I think about hearing what other people think. I'm somewhat familiarizing myself with this situation, and I'm kind of seeing that he's being accused of some heinous things.
Mm-hmm.
Words like assault, sexual abuse, rape in some cases
Mm-hmm.
was a term that was used. I don't play around with things like that.
But that's a big array of happenings.
It is.
Like assault to like sexual
Right.
and then to rape. Like that was just like 3 levels in one. So which one was it? Was it all 3? And did it really happen?
Okay, so once I started asking myself those questions,
Okay.
then the onion started kind of unraveling a little
Okay.
bit, and it's getting stinky towards the middle, because it's like what are we really saying happened?
Right.
And at what age are we saying? Because she's claiming 40 years ago when they were teenagers that
Wait a minute. You tried to just throw that in and carry me too fast. So this happened 40 years ago. So this is literally like somewhat like the Cosby one, right?
Well, right. So essentially, this is what's going on.
Okay.
I'm sorry to let me bring you up to speed. Let me brief you.
I'm slow.
Well, you're not slow, but if you haven't been following this particular story,
Right.
let me brief you. So Brett Kavanaugh, apparently, and I don't know the full story either.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do what I normally do when I don't know, which is guess.
Okay.
This guy is a judge, and he's working. He's been nominated, appointed
Mm-hmm.
by other people to be a Supreme Court judge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a process that you go through
Mm-hmm.
when you're going up to that level. They
Mhm.
want to make sure, okay, we know you're a judge, but we need to know, are you a judge?
Right.
Are you like, we can't have no shenanigans up in here.
Right.
Apparently during this time, this woman, a doctor, I don't know if she's a doctor, like she operates on people. I think she's like a psychologist or a therapist or something.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Okay.
So
We're
anyway,
guessing.
she has white skin.
Okay.
She has blonde hair,
Oh,
and she does have blue eyes.
fancy.
If there's a person who would receive sympathy, they would probably look like that. Right away, I'm like, okay, this is cut and dry. We know how you monsters get down.
Okay.
To make a long story not so long, she's accusing him, this woman is accusing this judge, Brett, of 40 years ago, when they were teenagers, at a party or something like that, he drank alcohol, and, he became belligerent, and he sexually assaulted her. And she thought that, he was going to rape her.
My thing is, and I already know the rebuttal because we know the victim story, but why not say anything then? Like, maybe even if you wait 3 months, even if you wait 6 because you're traumatized, I get all that. Like, I'm very sympathetic. But at the same time, why do you wait 40 years?
40 years, though.
40 years, or like Cosby, like this man is not going to do anything but eat shit and fucking croak. Like, let that man live. And you're literally wanting to now talk about a rape charge or a sexual assault or an assault with, Brett's case. But why wait so long?
And, not only why wait so long, because, and the main problem with waiting so long is our hands are tied at this point. Like, what do you want us to do?
First of all, there's no DNA. You didn't tell anybody. You don't even have anybody to corroborate your story. Like, you have to take responsibility for yourself. Like, no, nobody should take advantage of you, but you also shouldn't put yourself in situations to be, number one, out of control where you're not in control of yourself.
Right.
In a sloppy situation.
Right.
Or over your limit. Like, as a woman, you have to have a certain way about yourself where you protect yourself at all times. If you're going to get fucked up to where you can still know everything that's going on around you and you can dot your I's and cross your fucking T's. If you can't do that, then you left yourself susceptible. And yes, you became a victim, but why wait 40 years?
Right. Not only why wait 40 years, but also, and I thought, like, once I asked myself that question, why are they waiting 40 years? Mm-hmm. I thought, okay, what's going to encourage them to come out sooner? What would I do to say, hey,
mm-hmm.
this,
I get where you're going. Okay.
What would I do, to, in order to make these people, come sooner? And, the only conclusion I came to was that you have to have some type of cutoff. Like, you can't do this after, such and such amount of time. So you have, like, a hard deadline when you might want to do this.
But why do they not have statutes of limitations around rape cases? Is it certain states that are not involved?
I mean, they're going back 40 years on.
I think certain states may have a statute of limitations put in place because certain charges just don't stick after a certain amount of time. And I think rape is like one of those sticky spots where it's really the victimizing, but I think number one, it's abused. Number two, I definitely would totally vote, on there being a time frame. Like I said, I know the rebuttal when people say why they don't. They're scared. They don't feel like anybody's going to help. Or it's really a serious situation where the motherfucker told them, I will kill you if you say anything, and they literally fear for their life because they may not know who the person is. You know what I'm saying? They may know who it is, and it's somebody who's close. I mean, there's always a situation to make it different, but at the end of the damn day, take responsibility for your decisions and do what you need to do to protect yourself and tell. If not, live with that shit and shut the fuck up. Don't come out 40 years damn later. Like, you've had 40 years to feel sorry for yourself. Don't expect the whole country to come in and swoop in now and save the day. Hello. I mean, if you had done it right then, I would understand the sympathy. But now it's like, bitch, you ain't even say shit when it happened. So to me, it's like, did it really happen, or were you really down for it and you just mad because you need some hype right now?
Right. And, and I came across that because now I'm gonna bring it home. Like, now I'm gonna bring it
on home.
I'm gonna bring it locally.
Oh.
So I know. Well, okay, so I know through social media an individual who's dealing with a situation like this.
Okay.
Her version of events is that she was working a place. Her and the manager was, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And by whatever, I just meant they was kind of just talking. There was some light flirting.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly she went to his house to get, substances or just to hang out and chill.
Mm-hmm.
He was, aggressive,
mm-hmm.
and forced himself onto her,
mm-hmm.
and gave her a black eye.
Glad she got away from that.
I believed the things that she was telling me to be.
I mean, did she have a black eye? Did you see her? Did you FaceTime her? What happened? I mean, hello.
Well,
we're high tech and you got an iPhone.
Well, I mean, the pictures and her reactions, led me to believe. First of all, I until a person lies to me, I'm just going to believe the things that you say. I mean, I'm not like a gullible idiot.
course.
But if you say, oh, you know, somebody raped me, then I'll be like, damn, like for
Like
real.
you don't think so? I mean, you would think somebody wouldn't
right,
play about that.
Right. But I've known people who have.
Yes, we all have. Did she choose to tell somebody? Or?
Well, no. Okay, she
obviously because you know.
Right, she's very vocal about that this happened to her, and she's pressing charges. However, you know, a lot of people have, you know, accused her of wanting it, and then, you know, once it goes a certain way, you know, reneging, and then, you know, certain things happen. You know, possibly yes, you got a black eye, but after, you know, it's
always that what would you really do to get
basically,
there?
Basically, you know what I'm saying? People start wondering like, okay, where were y'all? How did you get there? What did you go there for? You know, then, you know, once those questions start being asked, it's like, okay,
was it something that was already talked about, and then now you're acting funny,
right?
But still, I mean, of course, to me, what was being said and why did it transpire in him putting his hands on her? Like, we already know, number one, you never put your hands on a woman, but what was the situation that warranted that action? Just because I didn't fuck you?
Well, you never know, because nobody's ever there. It's just you and that person.
I'm gonna be honest, from personal experience, I have literally had a motherfucker try to kill me. So you know what? I'm just gonna. She's probably telling the complete and honest truth. When I say kill me,
right,
I mean chasing after me with a knife, chased me to another person's house, slashed 3 of my tires.
I believe it.
Like crazy shit. So yeah, I can.
I believe it.
I can kind of believe it.
So
that's some desperate shit, though.
You know, and this guy, he's like, you know, he's a manager of a fast food place, you know, and not a very popular one either.
Oh, I was about to say, make sure I don't go.
So, and it's nowhere near here.
Okay.
So, I could picture him being a lonely, desperate guy, and she has a look that's very foreign to the people.
Of course.
In her area, so she's highly sought after, you know, on a continual basis.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, to move forward, you know, through this as quick as I can. So there's another situation that I've been made aware of, and where, you know, there's a young man being accused of the same thing. However, you know, a lot of people are saying like, you know, they're seeing right through it. Like, you know, we feel like you're falsely accusing him. You're trying to ruin his life. So, you know, I just felt like, you know, okay, what's really going, like, how in the world are we ever going to get around this when it's, you know, so misused, so like, you know, sensitive. It's like, you know, as soon as, you know, one thing happens, you know, you stick your finger in the girl's mouth and she's accusing you of rape. And you're like, damn, what's going on?
There needs to be certain ramifications. And like I said, it's really the fact of people taking responsibility for themselves. Because I think a lot of the times, or one of the biggest reasons why females will lie about shit is because they don't want to be seen in a certain light, or, you know, your parents don't approve of it. You're 12 and need to keep your legs closed, or you're Caucasian and choose that you want some good old, you know, black dick. But at the same time, it's like there has to be, like you said, boundaries that are put into place, statutes and limitations that are put into place, and things that can be told. But when it comes to sex or a certain act in the aspect of it, it's a very wide array of shit. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as a woman says no the first time, it's literally non-consensual, whether it's giggling or not. But just because she giggled and she's kind of not giving me enough resistance, a lot of people take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've been in plenty of situations, but me never being the victim and me telling just not the law, because I'm like, you know what? Number one, I got away. I still have my life. You didn't get this cookie, so we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't tell, but I also didn't choose to play victim out here in these streets either. You know what I'm saying? So I just have a different point of view.
It's weird. The whole thing is very sticky because, you know, obviously no one's ever obligated to do nothing, right?
No,
you know, as a human being,
of course not.
You're not obligated. But I think that people are unaware of, you know, social norms that are mixed messages.
Yes. But that's also with people not being clear about their desires or wants or what a situation is. Because girls will lead men on just to gain something, whether it be a drink, a drug, a $20 bill. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I mean, you got to realize what you're doing as far as the desires and the wants that actually egg into that or put you in those situations where you are vulnerable, not in control, and ultimately get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, I don't know. So I just feel like we could go on. We could go.
Of course.
We
I mean,
could
that's
go
a
around
hot
it.
topic.
Yeah, we could go
I
round and
mean,
round on that for another, 2 or
that's a
3
conversation
hours.
that's been going on for centuries. So, yeah. Rape is such a sensitive subject. And then with this whole, like, Amber Rose and,
The slut walk thing.
the
I'm a
slut
slut.
walking and the hoe shaming, like, it's okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, we got a call.
Shit.
We got a call.
Yo,
What up?
what up though? Shit, you on now?
Yeah, we're like,
you interrupting.
yeah, we were actually,
Oh,
like for real, we were having this crazy conversation where we were like really voicing our opinions and like, expressing new ideas, never before heard or seen, and you just like super interrupted.
Right.
damn. Well, hey, bro, I heard you looking for jail tails, bro. That's some good ass jail tails.
Okay. You know what though? The conversation, it was getting a little heavy, so for sure, I'd love to hear your jail tale.
All right, you just want one because I got so many, bro. Like,
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
we'll
Which
discuss.
one?
We'll see what you got, and then maybe I want them. Maybe I want one, or maybe I want them all. You know what I'm saying? We'll just see how it goes. But we won't. I won't keep you all night though.
Okay, thank you. Well,
I can't.
well, bro, I got, what I mean? Like, I could tell about the time that, what I'm saying? Actually, never mind, you got locked up that night.
Right. No, tell
yes.
them about the time that we got to your house. No, we got the sham. Tell them about the time we was on LaSalle and we pulled in the driveway. And
I was supposed to be going to that show that night?
Right. Niggas had been running around that whole day doing a whole bunch of shit.
All damn day, niggas just got fresh. You know what I'm saying? Had the fresh shape up. That's probably my best mugshot too, because I had a fresh shape up. Niggas finna go do the show. Pulled right into the driveway, safe and sound. Niggas finna hop out the car. Niggas just see some random lights. Boop, 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 boop. What's up? And I didn't make it to the show. The niggas took me straight to jail. Not only did they take me straight to jail, no, they didn't even take me straight to jail. They took me around the corner to the school.
Right.
Made me sit in the back seat, handcuffed for about, I'm gonna say, like 2.5 hours.
Dumb.
Then they took me to jail.
So what was the charge?
I'm pretty sure I had some weed on me or something like that. Like all my charges are drug related. So
Possession is so petty to me. Like, just let me smoke my weed.
Very petty.
it's petty. I mean, even when I got my felony, I didn't even have any. I didn't have a lot of weed. I had like 2 grams of weed on me.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, introduce.
That's like one blunt to some people.
Right. Introduce yourself so that you don't just, people don't just hear another voice and be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yo, they should know who it is already. Russ Frank Zones, baby. Come on now.
I mean,
I'm a regular up here, only for emergency episodes, as we discussed. But they wouldn't know that reference because they never heard that episode.
They wouldn't.
All my
But
episodes get deleted.
This episode's not an emergency, so that reference, is even more obtuse. And not only that, they'll know who it is because I'm gonna tag you when I post the fucking episode. So they'll say, "Oh, that's probably Frank Zones."
Oh yeah, that's
but,
right.
I just wanted you to introduce yourself anyway. So anyway, get on. So go ahead and tell me about some shit that happened when you got arrested.
Oh man, there's so many things. Okay, like I could start with one time, way back in the day, right? Like this is before like Instagram, Facebook, and all this stuff when niggas used to actually hang out like in the streets. So we used to go to like little abandoned neighborhoods that wasn't developed yet. Nobody was working over there. We just over there posted up, chilling, writing our music. But one day I went over there with my girl and fucked around, and the undercover police just came out of nowhere, rolled up on us and took us both to jail for the same blunt.
Nigga, how?
What?
Bro,
Only one
no.
person's supposed to take the charge.
Well, no, I know how actually. No, actually, I know how.
Do you know how? How?
I know how two people can be taken to jail for the same blunt.
I still to this day don't know. Like,
I mean, no,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know why, but I for damn sure know how. Nigga, they throw your ass in the back of a car with some handcuffs and haul your ass downtown. Nigga, that's
But
how.
I mean, I told him it was my weed. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention I had my mama car, so they had to go pick my mama. My mama had to go pick the car up. You know what I'm saying? Then they had us both in the same SWAT car, and I'm over there talking shit to the lady and shit. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get right out. Yada yada yada. Nah, nigga sat in there for like 2 days. Old girl didn't think that shit was cute, and I never even talked to her again, bro.
Of course she wouldn't. Why? Who would think some shit like that is cute? If you, Noinek, if you were on a date with a dude, and first of all, no, have you ever been on a date with a guy and he's been pulled over or arrested?
I've honestly never really been on a date, so no. But I've been around my homeboys and them get taken away. Yeah.
Okay, so if you were on a date and your date had got pulled over or arrested, would you think less of him or?
No, I'd probably feel obligated to try to find a way to get this motherfucker out.
Damn, on a first date?
Just because I'm not nice. But it's got to be his money, of course, not mine. Like, I'll call your homies and shit, but I'm not going to pay for it. But we'll work together to get you out. I might come pick you up.
But what if we both get locked up?
I'm going to be pissed like hell at your ass. But at the same damn time, I made the decision to be there with you. So whatever. We here. Let's figure it the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. We
Cheers,
was both
bitch.
hitting the blunt.
Cheers, bitch.
Right. We was both hitting the blunt, and when I got out, I called her like, yo,
but see, I'm
going to
be looking at you. I'm going to be looking at you like, then if we both hitting it, why didn't one of us eat it? Get rid of it.
Right. Why didn't one? But
somebody got to be smart enough to be
I
decoy.
told you it was undercover though. Like I didn't even know. Like we didn't know till the nigga pulled up.
And at that age, because I've been in all the situations, all the hypothetical situations that we've thrown out there. I've been in. So, at that age, you don't be knowing, like, what your options are or how you should maneuver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So.
Right. And then a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying, you don't be, and that was like my second or third time actually going to jail. So I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't back there talking shit. Like I ain't really care, especially back then. But like, I'm sure she was scared as fuck. She probably never been in jail. She never been in that situation.
Of course.
You know what I mean? If you never, like from the outside looking in, jail actually seems super scary, like the process. But I mean, if you go through the process, you'd be like, oh, nigga. Especially if you like 18, 19, you like, nigga, I could do this 1 or 2 more times. That shit was nothing.
Nah. I wouldn't want to do it
18,
any amount
19?
I wouldn't want to do it any amount of times. I'm just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to do it any amount of times.
I wouldn't suggest doing it any amount of times. But like at 18, 19, where you think you you know what I'm saying, invincible, you like, nigga, that wasn't nothing.
Nah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But no, that's until like, until you actually have to dress out. Like getting locked up and then having to dress out is two different things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing to even dress out and then be in a classification pod, you know what I'm saying? But then when you leave that classification pod after those 2 days, after that first video arraignment, and they send you to where you gonna be sleeping for your time, that's when the shit get real. That's when reality hits.
It is depressing. It is depressing.
Now, what I will say is that I've never been that deep.
Man, let me tell you what.
I've gotten dressed, and I've been in that classification pod for a while, but I didn't go with them other guys.
No, they put me in isolation and wouldn't let me go to the pod until they were like, okay, she's all right and won't influence the rest of them and shit. No, but when I got in the pod, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I thought I was supposed to be getting out. This whole arraignment shit he's talking about, yeah, it don't get real until you looking outside and you see everybody walking downtown Raleigh just chilling and you can't get out. Oh, fuck no.
Right.
No. Let me go lay down. Good night.
Somehow they always put you in a cell where you can see some shit that you know.
Wait a minute. No. It was populated in mine. I had to sleep on the floor on a mat, but they didn't even have no cells for us, bro. It was like at least 10 of us just in corners on the floor like y'all don't fucking touch each other. Like, bitch, I won't touch
I ain't
nobody
even get to that. I didn't stay in jail so long that when I got to my pod, that I was sleeping outside in the rec room for about, for like a week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally got a bed. Like when I finally got a bed after like a week or so, like 2 days went by and they let my ass go just randomly. They was like, nah, we got to get some more bodies in this motherfucker.
Right. That's all it be. We need to collect the revenue off of having you in here for X amount of time.
Right.
All right. So.
And like it baffles me. Some niggas can go up there and they can like sign themselves out. I guess depending on whatever your situation is at home. Nigga, I literally never had that option.
I've never had that option. I'm talking about even the first time when I had no record and nothing was on and I was young.
Gio just had that
Right.
where he went
had
in.
a job and everything.
Right.
No, Gio just had that. He went in for a trespassing charge and his bond was like 1,000. So it was, just low enough where no bail bondsman would touch him. And me, I've seen this nigga at like $100,000 bonds. I'm like, $1,000, we got this in the bag. I can't touch him. Or $750, like $1,000 for me to get him out. He ended up paying the $750, and of course, if it gets dismissed, you can file paperwork to get any money you pay to get out. Even me, any bail I pay on you, I can get back. Get that money back, but he signed himself right on out. I just had to go pick him up.
But
I've
see,
never
this
had that happen.
Yeah, I've never had that option, but this is the difference between Mecklenburg County and Wake County jails, because I've spent time in both of them motherfuckers. I actually got stuck in Wake County jail, and that's a whole story in and of itself. But I know for a fact that like in Wake County, you can call your bondsman and see that nigga face to face anytime of night. You can sit up there and talk to him and tell him what's going on, and if he fuck with you, they'll go get you for no money. Cause that's how I got out. Like the nigga that took me in there, he wanted he was trying to get like a reward or some shit like that. He told me like, yeah, just leave your stuff in the car, man. I'm gonna get you out. As soon as you get in, get you right out.
Oh no,
nah,
that's facts. That's facts. If you get a bail bondsman that's down for you, then they'll do whatever. I couldn't get in contact with our bail bondsman, so it was all everybody that don't know him. So when they saw the rap sheet and how many FTAs and how many charges, they're like, no, I'm not touching it. I'm like, bruh. He's not going to run because I know I put my name on every bail and we still here. But they do pick and choose what they want to do. Plus, they want that coin.
Of course, they want that coin.
I had to use the gift of gab to get out my shit because that shit, like, I had to tell him, like, bro, I don't have any money for you, my nigga. But this is what happened, and I'm trying to go home. And he fucked with me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike, the bondsman.
All right, so what about, a situation where you were in jail and you maybe didn't know what was about to happen, or you encountered some resistance? Has anything like that happened to you while you was behind bars?
I mean, shockingly enough, man, like I'm not by any means trying to glorify jail because that shit is a hellhole. Like you don't have the control over your freedom. You can't come and go when you want. You want a schedule. It's the worst. But I haven't had like terrible experiences in jail. Like I've been sent to a pod with some niggas that I was beefing with. You know what I'm saying? Like not niggas that I was, but a nigga that I was beefing with. But like in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just come in there putting your chest out, niggas ain't on that shit because niggas is trying to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, you keep your head down, you respectful to niggas, like you trying to get the same nigga that I was beefing with. You know what I'm saying? By the time he get out before me, you know what I'm saying? He done came and laced the nigga with the thermals and shit. Cause I ain't know nothing about jail that back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's only my second, third time in there. So he done laced me with the thermals, you know what I'm saying? They gave me all the rest of his soups and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause niggas like, you know what I'm saying? We could beef on the outside, but in here, my nigga, it's really us against the guards, my nigga. Like, they the ones holding us back. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit gets squashed if you're not, like, if you could be a nigga that's not minding their business or come on that rah-rah shit, then yeah, niggas probably gonna step to your ass. I done seen it happen to a few niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I've never been in a personal situation where I got into it with nobody and nothing. Like, if anything, I got into it with like female COs and shit like that, cause they go in there, you know what I'm saying? They love to put a nigga in check cause they probably don't have a nigga at home that's,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They just like that authority position, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But they come in there tripping. That's the only person I've ever had problems with. And you know what I'm saying? That's just shit like being on lockdown for 3 and 4 days at a time, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, she want to write up somebody for she want to write up a group of people for one person doing this shit. You know, let's just like little dumb shit. But I ain't never really had no smoke. You know what I'm saying? I didn't smoke weed in jail, county jail. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't have my. I had to do a quick dip one time, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like when you're on probation and you violate. I had to do a quick dip, so I had like 3 or 4. I had like to do like 2 or 3 days. It's supposed to be 1.5, but they left me in for 2. So when I went in there, I was already strapped and prepared. Nigga, I had the Z-Quills in my drawers, nigga. But I slept them 3 days straight away, bro. It was the best shit in the world, bro. Straight, I was popping them shits every time I woke up.
Nigga, damn. Every time you woke up, you took another Z-Quil and slept through it.
Yes. Yeah, I slept through the whole thing, bro. I woke up and they was calling my name. It was like 2 or 3 days later, like 2.5 days later. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how long it take you to get out once you actually out. You know what I'm saying? You might have your bond in at 6 o'clock in the morning, but might not get out till 8 o'clock at night.
Right, for sure. Damn. Okay, then. So, if you had to give somebody some advice as far as, you know, how to navigate that situation or how to not go in general, you know, what would that be?
I would tell anybody, you know what I mean? I got way more stories, but out of everything that I've learned from all the stories all the situations I've been in is that the police don't know nothing until you tell them. You know what I'm saying? And that's something niggas gotta learn. You gotta learn how to shut your mouth and like be accountable for everything that's in the car.
Oh
you know
my
what I'm saying?
God. I can't wait. I can't wait till I'm editing this. Cause I'm gonna like take that whole portion and play it a second time to make sure niggas heard that. Like, bruh, they don't know anything until you tell them.
Bro, just watch verse 48, bro. They don't know shit.
They don't know shit, bro. And even after you tell them, they still gotta have, you know, all types of evidence, man. But just shut your fucking mouth. Shut up.
And that was the second part about just being accountable and knowing what's in the car, knowing what you riding with, and like, bro, who it belongs to. Nigga, take care of your shit. Don't give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? I used to ride dirty with stolen tags, no L's and all that shit. But
right.
Like, I got pulled over less then than I do now just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was aware of my surroundings and aware of what was in the car. Like, if you're gonna live that lifestyle where you know you even got the possibility to go into jail, you need to be clean, to be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, as simple as that. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it to nobody, not to just go test it out and no shit like that.
All right. Okay. All right, then. So, other than that, dog, you got you got anything you working on?
Yeah, you already know I got some new shit I'm working on. I didn't send it to you. You can go ahead and tell them that shit already hot fire, man. Come on now, bro. You already know. Shout out to Kurt. What?
I was asking you to talk about your own shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't finna sit here.
I don't like to toot my own horn, man. That shit's lame. Like everybody gonna say they shit hot. I need somebody else to tell me it's hot. I'm an artist. I need validation.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, no, I heard some shit. So, you know, maybe, you know, I might have to play some stuff for Noinek and see how.
I was about to say I haven't heard nothing, so yeah. Okay. I can't give you no constructive criticism. Sorry.
I'll play you some stuff. I didn't prep her as well as I typically do. So, or as well as I have in the past. So anyway, you know, I'll play her, you know, some of your stuff so she can, you know, become familiar. But yeah, you got, you know, a new project coming out, which I myself am actually heavily involved with. I'm not rapping nor am I producing or composing any songs in any way, but
he's heavily involved. He's pretty much involved in all of the projects, maybe except for like 2.
So I'm excited for it to come out, because, you know, you know, I'm not an artist, but, you know, my involvement in these types of projects is, you know, is very, fulfilling. So, yeah. So,
and it's been a long time coming too.
It has been, you know, it's been a little minute since we dropped any music. So, I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, the vision and the plan that we have for it, I think, you know, will work and will win. And, that's what I'm hoping for. So,
yeah, most definitely. And you know what I'm saying? I already had this in the work, but it's a good theme. So I'm gonna get a nice little crossover podcast. I got this new podcast called The Bushes with my homeboy, and it's a bunch of street and prison tales. So
It sounds like you just ripped off my jail tales.
Right.
I told you this idea months ago.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I'm gonna pull it up in the thread.
No,
But
you won't be able to pull it up in the thread.
nigga, yes, I will. I don't delete nothing.
You won't be. It's not there, is what I'm telling you. It never occurred.
Bruh. Get out of here. Anyway.
The jury would. Okay, so anyway.
We can have homie court next time I come back, bro.
We might have to. We might have to. So anyway, so what were you about to say, though?
Yeah, but it's nothing like your podcast. It's an ongoing story.
Well,
It's one story straight on.
Oh, I knew that though before you didn't have to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know of anything that's like this podcast.
I don't either. I'm thoroughly impressed. It's getting better and better every episode.
I appreciate it, man. So, all right, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? In the interest of time, we're gonna, hurdle over a couple of things I did want to talk about, but something tells me that there'll be another day. So, if you want to stick around to the end, I'm gonna jump straight to these rappers who went to jail. We'll play Two Truths and a Con, and everybody go to bed. All right.
Boom.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. So they finally got her this week. They finally got her. And you know what? I hate that I feel this way, but I felt accomplished being able to, add this notch to my belt. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's a notch that I've actually added, and it's not a belt that I'm actually wearing, but it felt good to talk about Cardi B in this segment. Mostly because she's been wilding for a minute. She's been wilding for a little minute, thinking she's still in like Brooklyn or that she's still living that lifestyle. And I know that she's not been rich and famous for a very long time, and so it takes a little minute. But you're one of the hottest acts in the world. You just had a kid, and you still in the streets with this foolishness. It's like, okay, you shouldn't even be interested in what Bonquifi and Kikisha is saying. You know what I'm saying? You wrapped up in what they got going on. Meanwhile, they would kill their whole family to live, your life. So it's just like, like
be humble.
Yeah, be humble. Be humble. Like sit down. Like you don't need to run New York.
No, and you have to always. The whole key to being humble is remembering just the way you got it is just as quick as you can lose it.
Just
you know what I'm saying? And
quicker.
you got to understand, like, if you don't continue your act long enough, you will get washed up, and you will be one of those one-hit wonders. Now you're blessed and booming right now. But don't get too
Somebody else is coming.
So, of course.
Somebody else always coming.
These millennials are talented
You
as shit.
think, it's when you get this money, you got to change the surroundings, and that goes with her and the nigga because you got to think the nigga she with is the main nigga from the Migos that starts all the trouble. The nigga that couldn't be on in the first video because he was locked up.
This
got
is true.
out and they got locked up again.
This
like,
is true.
You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
nigga she was the troublemaker.
Right.
But does that not even make sense for her to be with somebody like that?
Nah, it does, but both of them, once they both have millions of dollars, you got to move differently.
You're totally correct. You are absolutely right.
If I got the bag, nigga, I'm not scrapping or talking shit to nobody, bro. We got like somebody that'll get handled. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I even jeopardize the bag? Like
see, that's part of what happened too, though, because she like kind of ordered a hit on, a mini hit, not like I want this person's life to be over, but I want you to go in there and fuck her up type shit. She on some bartenders or something like in New York or some, I'm guessing for shit I don't know, but that's pretty much close to the truth. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
You know what I'm saying? That's a part of some of the charges. So, she turned herself in, but in reality, she's being charged with a couple of misdemeanors. So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Offset was saying like, oh, if she went to prison, I'd be heartbroken. But nigga,
still,
she not
where's
even
the
fucking.
class though? Like, I mean, just because you got money doesn't mean act like a fucking buffoon. Like, you have to act like you got some sense. And then furthermore, now that you're a mom, she's really young and doesn't know what's going on. She's gonna walk right behind your dumb ass if you act like a dumb ass.
Like
and if you act like a woman, she's gonna act like a woman.
She's like 25, 26.
You still too grown. I mean, you're in that stage where you still learning, but at the same damn time, like, it's time to grow the fuck up.
Right. All right. So the next guys though, they haven't necessarily been arrested this week or jailed. However, the threat of being arrested and jailed was made known this week. And that's, more bad news for Young Thug, who's already facing various felonies from his gun possession charge from a few weeks ago, and also Birdman for basically, their involvement in shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus. Now, real quick, though, and when I say real quick, I mean real quick.
Like Speedy Gonzalez quick?
Speedy Gonzalez quick. What did
Road Runner?
No, Speedy Gonzalez quick.
Okay.
What did you think of the Carter 5?
You asking me?
I'm asking you second.
No, yeah, 'cause you already know.
What did you think of the Carter
There
Five?
was certain ones I liked. It was somewhere a little too slow for me.
Okay.
It's like I liked what you were saying, but I'm like an upbeat type person. I don't really like really slow songs. Like I'm like, bro, you were really fucking high on that song because you're rapping the way I'm talking right now.
A nigga's
Speed
always
it up,
high
just,
on every
and
song.
I get that, but just can we speed it up just a hair? And if you don't want to rap it quicker, can we just have who's mastering the beat speed it up just a hair? But that's just me personally.
Okay. Frank Zones, what'd you think of the album?
You already know. I already know. Like, I think Wayne is the GOAT, the best rapper to ever rap on the microphone. I'm willing to lose friends behind it. I'm willing to die about it. And I think this shit was hot. Not just because I'm a fan, because I stepped away from it after I listened to it, thinking it was so hot. Then I went back to it, and now I'm just like, now I'm really catching the songs and the bars and shit. And I'm like, yeah, this is actually hot.
So is it hot because of it being relatable or actually because of the lyrics?
I mean, for me, it's relatable
Okay.
because number one, I understand what he's talking about. Number two, it's on the same storyline as he's been talking about. But two, I like the wordplay and lyrics.
Okay.
The niggas kicking hot shit.
All right. Okay. All right. I was just curious. I'm not going to say what I think about it.
Cause you're a hater, nigga.
I'm
You waiting on that Joe Budden to drop.
I'm not hating at all. I mean, this I think
Funny fact though, Petey Pablo dropped his album the same day as Wayne. Like, why would you do that?
Damn, crack.
And it was on like Spotify and Tidal. Like, I was like, damn, we on Tidal.
Title.
Hey, can we say something about the title?
Tidal? That's what my brother said. That's why I said it.
Title.
That's why I said it just like him, because it came out just like he told me. That's what he called it, Tidal.
Okay. Well,
You can cut that out though.
I'll leave that.
Nah, fuck you. Fuck you.
all tittles aside,
Tittles.
we moving on to Two Truths and a Con.
Yeah.
And because NBA starts in 3 days. I think NBA is preseason starting in 3 days or regular season.
You asking me?
I was really asking this nigga. I thought he would know.
Nah, I'm not watching sports, bro. I'm in a creative space.
Okay, well you do you, bro. So anyway, basketball starts in 3 days. I don't know if it's preseason or not, but niggas is finna get on the court and dribble balls up and down, and they finna start hooping.
Okay.
We about to be playing basketball.
It's going down.
Like basketball, we're playing That's about to start happening. Like niggas is about to start playing basketball.
Did you really just take it there?
Bow Wow or Curtis Blow style?
I would have to say Bow Wow style.
Nah.
I mean, they don't start playing Curtis Blow until December, January. Like after All-Star break, then they start playing Curtis Blow.
We should just stay away from anything Bow Wow.
Oh my God. Anyway, so let's jump into these Two Truths and a Con, right? So number one, coming right at you, Ruben Patterson. He's a former Portland Trailblazers star. Former Portland Trailblazers star who forced his children's babysitter to perform fellatio on him in September of 2000 while his wife was recovering from surgery.
Hold on, I missed all that. Say it again.
Ruben Patterson. He's a former Portland Trailblazers star. And he was accused of sexual assault after he forced his children's babysitter to perform fellatio on him in September of 2000 while his wife was recovering from surgery. And, the arresting officer, compared the babysitter's head to a basketball and said that he was basically palming her head.
Yeah.
and forcing her to perform fellatio on him.
That's kind of funny, though.
Okay, so
Rude, but funny.
Right. All right. So situation number 2, right? Deshaun Stevenson, who was drafted by the Utah Jazz in 2000, and when he was 20, he was charged with statutory rape for fornicating with a 14-year-old, who he admitted to getting drunk off of brandy and Coca-Cola. All right. Situation number 3. Andre Rivera, who's a former member of the Seattle Supersonics, who was charged with aggravated assault after he became disgruntled about being traded and drove from Milwaukee to Seattle, where he attacked a physical trainer and a team staff member.
That's Doug Christie.
I don't know who Doug Christie is. So, which scenario do you think is the con? What are we at, like 4-1?
Nah, because she got the last one right. But so yeah, 4-1.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna listen to the second one.
You choosing the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you choosing?
It's either the second or the third one, but just because she said the second one, I'm gonna roll with the third one.
Okay. All right. It was the
That
third.
would leak out.
It was the third one.
Was the
Yeah,
lie.
that story sounded a little familiar, buddy.
Well, I just pieced it together from things that I knew. But the third situation was I made that one up, But the other two things occurred. They are historic cases involving athletes doing foolishness. And in the second situation, he basically admitted to getting her drunk. And the 14-year-old, she said that it was consensual. I wanted to have sex with him, but then the police officer. But then when the police officer asked her, "Are you drunk?" She said, "Yeah," and I probably wouldn't have had sex with him if I wasn't drunk. And so they were like, "Oh, okay, well, that's interesting to know, but we're gonna go ahead and arrest him now." And so took him to jail. So anyway, man, go ahead, Frank Zones, tell the people where they can find you, stalk your life, hear your music, and see what's going on with your new project.
At Frank Zones on everything, all the platforms except for Snapchat, which I don't use, so I'm not even gonna get out of the way. But yeah, frankzones.com. Check it out. Fuck with us. And I'm probably somewhere on Splash website too, so check that out too.
All right. So was that a cork bottle popping? Y'all need anybody to drink pop champagne?
Bro, you know how we do it every night, man. It's a celebration, baby. Come on now.
Okay.
I gotta have my nightly champagne before I go to sleep, bro. Come on now.
All right. So, would you like to tell the listeners where they can find you as well? And have you seen? Okay. Would you like to tell the listeners where they can find you?
Noinek on Instagram, Noinek, and then Zay_billion or Zay_billion on Snapchat.
Word. And if you're fucking with this episode, like, share, subscribe, rate, review on iTunes, Google Play, iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, TuneCore.
Tell him, get him.
Wherever podcasts are enjoyed, you can type. You can
podcast land.
Fucking Audio Box, Pod Box, Cast Box, nigga, all of them. Any the podcast app, nigga, podcastrus.com, wherever you want to go to.
Nigga, Last FM, nigga, we killing the podcast game, nigga. What's up?
So anyway, check me out. If you're gonna be in Atlanta this weekend for the A3C festival, then pull up on me. I'm at a Pod Connection, ATL. We're gonna be telling you how to create podcasts, get them started, how to monetize, how to grow your audience, how to do cool shit with your show, how to fucking flip birds, how to make $1 million. It's gonna be a nigga making $1 million at the convention. You don't want to miss it, bro. Like a nigga's gonna make $1 million right then and there. He's gonna show us how to make a meal right now. Those was his exact words. I can show you how to make a meal right now. And so that's what he's about to do. So anyway, pull up on us. If you can't be there, you can check it out on Instagram and Twitter at House of Splash, or you can peep the footage, which is soon to come on my website, thehouseofsplash.com. Other than that, we out of here.
Yep.